going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing Ravens content every single day, and it's Wednesday night. Joshua, how are you doing tonight on this? Now it's the end of nothingness, and for like a little bit before we actually get more Ravens content. But how are you doing?
Um, I'll be honest, a little tired, but good. Always glad to be on here, talking to my guys, talking to the ladies, talking to the TTB fam. Period. You know, it's TTB Wednesday, so I'm definitely happy to be here. Schedule comes out tomorrow, even though some things been leaked out. We got Mike Davis on a cheap deal, but
Cheap deal, cheap. Yep.
So I don't know. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. How you feeling, man?
Uh, I'm tired. Wednesday is a long day for me, but you know what? This is what always wakes me up. So this is what I look forward to this. Every Wednesday, getting to go live, and I see Void's already in here. Shout out to Void. Void's also in the TTB airtime. Not a shameless plug. That is, or no, that is a shame. No, I don't know. I'm not ashamed of the plug. Go join in the airtime, guys. We want to try and go live and just talk with you guys in there, and you guys can talk with each other. It's a lot of fun. So if you guys want to join in, Void's already in there. So shout out to Void. And other people in here may also be in it, but I know for a fact that Void's in there. And Adam was in here. This came before the Lance. How you doing, Lance? Adam said that Davis signed a vet minimum. So I see him as an insurance policy depth for training camp and preseason with JK and Gus starting training camp on the pup list. He'll probably end up on the practice squad. Honestly, that could be true. He may be on the roster week 1, but not on the roster week 4 when the Ravens are like, okay, we're fully confident that JK and Gus are completely back. Like, I would not be surprised if that's the route they take. What do you think of Mike Davis? How is he on the roster? Like, why did the Ravens bring him in?
I mean, obviously, they still don't trust the guys that they had in office. That's literally it's a repeat of last year. The only thing is they're not bringing in guys during mid-season. They're bringing in guys during the summertime. So, that's I guess we could look at that as a positive. I mean, we've been saying this, with JK and Gus, they're not going to be ready to maybe probably game 4 and game 5. And, whatever starters are available are healthy by time of preseason, most likely will not be playing after, everything that happened last year as well. So getting some veteran guys, getting some younger guys, me personally, when it comes to running back, and this scheme and this style of offense, I feel like you can literally have any type of running back. So to hear about, my boy Tyshawn Williams being waived, it was bittersweet. But honestly, in a system where he is appreciated and he really can do what we know he can do, I feel like he'll be better off. But it's okay. It's an insurance policy at the end of the day, and we'll have until week 4, week 5, and then I see us possibly let him go.
Yeah, we need to make sure we have a running back to use in the preseason. Because I'm going to make the assumption J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards will not be playing in the preseason after what happened last year.
Right.
So having him also just having a veteran running back is always good to have. We had it with Mark Ingram a couple of years ago, and Mike Davis isn't that old. However, he has been around the block. He's been around a couple of great running backs, one of them being Christian McCaffrey, who I still think is the best running back in the NFL. Despite him not playing a lot in the last 2 seasons. But he's just been around, and he's played for, with a couple of different teams and a couple of different systems. Even came out from Seattle way in the, early in his career. So, like, he's been in a couple of spots. He's had a little bit of success a couple of times. He can just, teach Beatty, obviously JK. I think Gus is a little bit younger than him, but just kind of work with them and be like, hey, guys, like, let's get this core strong, and he may be able to take a back seat, and I think that would be interesting. And I have not watched I know it came out. It came out at 8 p.m. However, I was watching the Braves. Honestly, I still have the Braves game on right now. I will be watching it tonight, but I'm very excited to watch it. The All Access Draft, Wired. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's a ton. The Ravens. Okay, I've watched other teams. I've watched their videos before.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens are so much better. There's a couple of teams that do really good content, but man, did the Ravens put out very, very high quality content. Very high quality.
You know what? I mean, we talk about the social media team so bad sometimes, but when they actually do put in the work, they do put in the work. But also speak about CMC. I did hear the Bills reached out, so it sounds like they're actually trying to get their running game together.
Yeah, they reached out and Carolina was like, "No,
Yeah,
we're not trading him,"
right.
which I love to hear.
I mean, I don't know how much creativity they can have in their running game, but don't they have Singletary?
They have Singletary and Moss. They drafted somebody. I cannot remember who they drafted. I'm gonna look it up right now. Also, we may potentially be playing the Buffalo Bills. They drafted James Cook, who is nice. Yeah.
Wow, somebody that we thought would be a nice in purple and black. That's cute. But yeah, I think we are supposed to be playing them on Thanksgiving Day though.
Now this is a great question. When I think of 1 year running backs for the Baltimore Ravens, it's gotta be Alex Collins because Justin Forsett I think had the better year. He made it to the Pro Bowl, but Alex Collins was like, this is our running back for the future. Like it started to look like this is the guy that he can be that next Ray Rice. Like he can be here. Unfortunately, didn't work out. He ended up, I think he got hurt, and then he was kind of with Gus, and then he got hurt again, and then he just wasn't able to get back to that form. I loved Alex Collins. I loved the Irish jig. I loved the dances. I loved the way he ran the football. But Justin Forsett, I think, was more of a surprise because we brought him in from Houston. It was just like, how is this guy a Pro Bowler? Like he wasn't good. And I don't think Javorius Allen is a one-hit wonder. He never really had a season. He was just like a running back for 4 years for the Ravens. I like Buck, though. I really like Buck.
Yeah, Buck was definitely cool. I think people don't...
Also, Mark Ingram could be a one-year wonder.
I was about to say Lorenzo.
Lorenzo Taliaferro? Ooh.
Yeah. That was a big body that really took off in the games that he did play. But Alex Collins, like you said, was someone that really took off. I think he was undrafted and everything of that sort. And once he pretty much had a Devontae Freeman type of year. Once he got to going, he couldn't stop. I mean, unfortunately, once he got hurt, bad things kept on following with him. I know he did when he I think it was either after or before he left to go to Seattle, he had got into some trouble as well. So, yeah.
I think he's still alive. Mark, I don't think so.
Who?
I don't think he died.
Who?
I don't know.
Lorenzo or Alex?
Oh, Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Lorenzo passed away. Yeah.
I thought he was talking about Forsett and Collins, and I was like, I thought they were both fine. No, yeah.
And another one, Bernard Pierce. And a lot of people don't talk about Bernard Pierce.
Bernard Pierce was nice. He was a nice backup running back for the Ravens.
That was my dude since Temple. Like at Temple, he would go for 215 yards, I think 3 touchdowns immediately in the first half, and he wouldn't play for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Engraven, shout out to Engraven, guys. Thank you so much, Engraven. We really do appreciate it. Guys, shout out to Engraven. The issue is we can't shout out Engraven because everyone that knows us knows Engraven, which makes it difficult for us to shout him out. But shout out to Engraven, the GOAT.
OG.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, Engraven. Bernard Pollard was that guy. Dixon was a beast. Kenneth Dixon. Okay, man. I believed in Kenneth Dixon.
Yo, how many times? You know what? I don't even want to speak on the Kenneth Dixon because Edwards show. I'm not going to talk about it because John Harbaugh really ticked that off because we really could have had 2 point tick me off because we really could have had that 2.0 show when J.K. and Gus went down. But I'm not going to go there. Not going to go there.
Yeah, the Ravens have had so many just maybe that's the system. maybe that's because the Ravens just run the ball more than most teams, so it allowed for players to have great games. But it just seems like they can bring in guys, and I don't know, maybe that's over optimism or
Mm-hmm.
excessive optimism from us as
Mm-hmm.
fans whenever we see running backs come in. Like it looks like that's the next guy, and then whether or not they get thrown in the doghouse like Tyshawn Williams, or they don't get the opportunity if some people say that Justice Hill hasn't gotten that opportunity yet,
Justice
whatever
Hill
it
hasn't
is.
given himself a Justice
Yeah,
Hill has not given himself the chance to really get that real opportunity. It's a thing when it comes to running backs and running north and south and not east and west. So let's not even go there. You know what, Void? I might have to switch him and Tony Jefferson to HB. But I love the fact that we actually bringing up the running game. And OG, if you're still in the chat, I want your opinion too. Since 2018, we are the team that racked up the most rushing yards. I believe 11,000. But out of since 20 this is since 2018. But since 2018, even though we have racked up the most rushing yards, we have not gone further than the playoffs. Does that mean that we need to change our philosophy on the offensive side of the ball, or stay true to what we do and try to hope for the best?
I think we. Sorry, my voice got kind of high there. I did my first ever Gary V impression today, and I'm pretty sure I did a great job. I don't know if you guys know who Gary V is, but I did a great Gary V impersonation on my first ever try. So that's why, I don't know, me having that like kind of higher pitched voice made me think of that. But yes, we have the most rushing yards since 2018, but look at the running backs that we've had since 2018. It was Gus and Dixon, and then it was Ingram and Gus, and then it was kind of J.K. Gus and Ingram, and then last year it was, wild. When the Ravens were at the, I don't know if I can say the height of their power, but, when they've had their best teams, the running game and the offensive line has been consistent, right? It was Ray Rice, Marshall Yanda, and then, obviously, Wagner, and, there were a lot of other guys. I'm not going to name all of them. Kalechi. I'm done naming them. And then, who was the left tackle? Yeah, we had Jamal Lewis in the OG days. The Ravens had consistency.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that they need to get back to. And I feel like they believe they have their guy. I think their guy is most definitely Mr. J.K. Dobbins. Like, without a doubt. I think he is the most talented running back the Ravens have. And but they also have other guys behind him, and that's okay. When we had Ray Rice, we had a couple of guys, right? We had a couple of guys behind him, and Ray Rice would maybe go down, and we could throw in some other players. But then all of a sudden, we lost Ray Rice, and we were able to say, yeah, and yes, I know we had Jamal Lewis. That is true. I'm talking more recent, but yes, Jamal Lewis back in the day, we had him, and we did have Willis McGahee as well. Yes, but once we lost Ray Rice, we have been searching, and we've been trying to run the same, I'll say, identity of run the football, have a featured back, and that's okay. I believe that. However, it's difficult to have that identity when the featured back is changing. The Tennessee Titans have an identity. Why? Because it's Derrick Henry. It's not, we run the football, it's, we run the football with Derrick Henry. We have other teams that do that currently, like Christian McCaffrey, honestly, with the Carolina Panthers. Their offense is give it to Christian McCaffrey, whether it's a check down or having him run the football. It's give it to him. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it's not the scheme, it's let Brady, put the ball in Brady's hands, and you're going to have success. That is what teams are doing. The Cincinnati Bengals, they went to the Super Bowl. What was their strategy? Get it in Burrow's hands and let him put the ball in the air for his wide receivers. It was through Burrow. It wasn't, all right, quarterback, you just throw our scheme. It was like, no. He's our scheme. And he's going to, use other players. So the Ravens right now, I think the scheme, it's behind Lamar. Mm-hmm. However, it's difficult when you're behind Lamar because right when you take the ball out of Lamar's hands, because the Ravens don't run read option every play like some people would believe. They need to make sure that they have a guy to, when Lamar hands it off to, teams are scared. It wasn't like that last year. I can tell you for sure teams were like, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Why? Because they are not scared of Latavius Murray or Devontae Freeman
right.
or Tyshawn Williams or Le'Veon Bell or whoever the Ravens would throw back there. They're not scared of them. But teams like the Bengals, oh, you get it out of Burrow's hands. That's a great strategy, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's Mixon though. Like some teams are scared of Mixon. Even the Buccaneers. Oh, it's Lenny.
Yeah, Mixon solid the whole time. That's the crazy thing about it.
Like now that we have, I think JK is going to be that guy. The teams are like, oh no, we don't want him. So like right when we want teams to be afraid, so that when they get the ball out of Lamar's hand, and yes, Lamar is our scheme, but teams want to stop the scheme, right? Get the ball out of their hands. If it's Derrick Henry, you want to stop the run so the ball's not in Derrick Henry's hands. If it's Tom Brady, you want to force him to run the ball, so then Tom Brady can't make those decisions. We need someone where they go, yes, we got it out of Lamar's hands. Darn it. Now we have to go tackle J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards. That's the difference. I don't think Gus Edwards, as the feature back, is a guy teams are scared of. I think as a secondary back, I think he is. You know, third and short, things like that. But I think J.K. Dobbins can be the guy where teams go, oh no.
So in other words, okay, let me ask. Let me put it out there for my basketball fans. Lamar Jackson is like Chauncey Billups, Tony Parker. Right now, he needs his offensive weapons to be like Richard Hamilton, Tyshawn Prince, and Rasheed and Ben Wallace. The only reason I'm bringing up that 05 Pistons group, that was a nasty group that went to the ship. I mean, and, you know, with even when the San Antonio Spurs, you had Tony Parker, but you had Ginobili.
You also had a guy named Tim Duncan, but yeah.
Right. Tim Duncan, you know. And I think Tim played even played a little bit with the Admiral a little bit before he finally hung it up. But he had the likes of, you know, did he have Robert Horry too at one point? Or was he on the Lakers? But either way.
Yeah, Robert Horry played with him. Yes.
I forgot who was small forward. I want to say Bruce Bowen.
I mean, they had Kawhi Leonard at one point.
We can't bring up young Kawhi because my boy LeBron in Miami splashed in his face and sealed the deal.
Yeah, but didn't Kawhi win Finals MVP against LeBron?
Wait, which year?
2014.
Well, that must have been the first time. That must have been the first time we was with Miami then.
Yeah. It was the one San Antonio won. Kawhi won Finals MVP at like 24 years old.
Okay, I give you that.
I love that Spurs dynasty. That is like, that's probably my favorite dynasty to watch. I think that is the best basketball dynasty of all time. Not in terms of like the best team, but I think they played the best basketball of any dynasty ever.
Yeah, I agree.
They played pure basketball. I was watching videos on them last night. I was like, man, I got to watch these Spurs. Now that I don't have to get upset at them in the playoffs. Bruce Bowen. Yep.
Okay. So, I mean, the Ravens had to be more of a Detroit Pistons. Fan favorite by their home fans, but hated by everyone else in the league. And they had to just stay true to who they are. I wouldn't say change and become a pass heavy team. No, we're not that type of team. That's not our philosophy. And due to Gregory Roman, we're not going to have that type of vote. That's not us. So I mean, the only way we're going to make it to the Super Bowl is doing what we did in 2019, round and pound, and control the clock. We've seen what happens when we're, you know, when that defense is gassed. And I actually like this year's defense because we got a lot of more younger guys on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, granted, if you run the ball enough, you pass the ball enough, the guy's going to get gas. But youth sometimes outweigh in a lot of times. So hopefully, with the youth on the defensive side of the ball more, we can go at 100 miles per hour, make some mistakes, but still, clean some things up in the midst.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, if you're not a basketball fan, I apologize. It's basketball playoff season right now, so it's on the mind. It's on the mind. Joshua and I, of course, not rooting for the same team as always, except in football. It's very funny. Joshua, I'm curious. Right? What? Because I'm rooting for Golden State. I know you're rooting for Memphis in that series. That Ja got hurt, so that makes it tough. I wish Ja was still healthy. But what are you thinking about? I'm rooting for Dallas in the Suns series. Who are you rooting for?
McConnell, seriously? Seriously?
Yes, sir.
Is it because of Luka?
Honestly, I love watching Luka. I also hate Luka at the same time. I think he's a whiny baby. I love the way he plays, but man, he whines. He's a whiny baby at all times, and I don't like that about him, but I do love watching him play at the same time. So, I have a love-hate relationship with Luka. Because I don't like when players complain. And Luka and Jokic, man, they are not fun to watch. Right when that whistle's blown.
Overseas players, they have a little bit more babyish in them, but they got a lot of dog in them too.
Yeah.
Overseas guys, they get into it.
Yeah.
I like Jalen Brunson out of Dallas, though. I was a big Villanova fan.
Yeah. What about? Okay, let's go to the East. I'm assuming you're rooting Suns, right?
Yeah, I got the Suns.
Okay. The Eastern Conference, all right. Philadelphia, Miami. Who are you?
What are you in Game 5?
Who do you want to win? Who do you want to win the series?
Oh, I'm kind of torn because I like Miami, but I like Joel. So I really don't mind. I really don't mind who comes out of that one.
Okay. I'm rooting for the Sixers. I love Embiid.
Yeah, but you never
so
know
by law, I think you're rooting for the Heat.
Going to get.
I like Harden too. I think Harden's overhated.
Harden, we're gonna say this about Harden. Harden by far is gonna go down in the Hall of Fame, but Harden has the mentality of a old school basketball player that thinks he can just relax all season, get real fat, and just come out there and drop 40. He's not that no more. It's not that. This is not the Drew League. This is the NBA.
And then the other game, Bucks Celtics. I want the Bucks to come out, but at the same time, I love Jason Tatum. I'm not a huge Jaylen Brown fan. I don't have anything against him. I'm a huge Tatum fan, but I don't love Al Horford. I don't love most of the team on the Celtics, but I've been a Giannis fan. I've been saying Giannis is the best player in the NBA for 4 years, so I'm excited to watch Giannis now actually get the recognition he deserves. But I do like that Celtics team. They're fun to watch. So, and yeah, Celtics are winning right now. Also, Embiid was the MVP. I don't know why. I watched almost every Sixers game and almost every Nuggets game. Embiid was the MVP. Okay.
I think it's more based on Jokic's playmaking ability, but
it's like Jokic can play make, but Embiid is like one of the best defenders in the NBA, and so I don't get.
Yeah, he's the most complete big.
That's what I don't like is everyone's like, oh, but Jokic, he averages more assists. It's like, yes, Embiid is also one of the best. He's probably the second best defensive center in the NBA behind Rudy Gobert. Jokic isn't a good defender, and so it's like, oh, that's the cancellation, and Embiid is just so much more.
Oh, okay. Since you brought up, Rudy Gobert being the best big man defender, who you taking, Shaq or Rudy?
Okay, if anybody thinks Rudy Gobert can hold Shaquille O'Neal's jockstrap, they need to watch some Shaq basketball because Shaq. Okay, Gobert gets bullied by Jokic in the paint. Jokic backs down Gobert because he's bigger than him. And Jokic isn't athletic. Jokic can't dunk. Jokic can't jump. Jokic can't run. Shaquille O'Neal is the size of Jokic with nearly the athleticism of, honestly, like he's like Giannis, like young Shaq, not Celtic Shaq. Like honestly, like almost Giannis level when he's in the paint of being able to just jump up and slam that basketball. Like he is without a doubt like absolutely destroying Gobert. Like Gobert would be crying at the end of the first quarter because he's just getting beaten so bad.
Yo, if you use Orlando Magic Shot in 2K, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have like 35 badges compared to Rudy Gobert's like 18 or 20.
Prime Shaq is a different animal.
Yo, Orlando Magic Shot with Penny Hardaway.
It's filthy. Filthy. Let's see here. Gonna get back to the Ravens. Also, guys, we got 37 people in here. You know, if anyone wants to join the airtime, you know, we try and talk in the airtime, and we want to go live more often in the airtime. You know, please do so because it's a lot of fun. If you guys want to join, I'm putting the link in here.
Drop the link
Dropping the link. I think that worked. Guys, check it out, please. I strongly recommend it. You know, it's just a community group chat where we also go live like in Twitter Spaces, and we can talk with each other. It's a lot of fun, and we also message. We can send videos in there, not just TTB videos. Like we were watching Kendrick's new drop the other day. So like it's a lot of fun. So I strongly recommend watching it. Shaq or Mutombo, guys. Shaq.
Yeah.
There's maybe 3 players, maybe 5 players in NBA history that I think you can say maybe against Shaq. Mutombo is not one of them. I would say David Robinson has it, like that's like the biggest maybe. David, because he's just such a good defender. Hakeem definitely. I think Wilt.
I would throw Kareem out there.
Yeah. Sorry, Kareem. I don't think Bill Russell could because I think Bill Russell's too small. Like Bill Russell was only like 6'9". Whereas Wilt was 7'1".
Yeah.
So like I don't know, but like that maybe you could say Bill Russell. I'll go Bill Russell the respect he deserves. And Yao Ming also.
That was the best matchup.
No, that was the best. What do we think about Kenny Pickett? Okay, honestly, Kenny Pickett's not starting for Pittsburgh this year.
You don't think so?
No. Mitchell Trubisky's significantly better right now. I think Mitchell Trubisky people think is a horrible quarterback. I don't think he's bad. I think he's an average quarterback in the NFL. He's a playmaker. He's great out of the play action. He's great on the move, and he's a mobile guy. Him with Najee Harris and Chase Claypool and those guys, like he can throw the ball deep. Like he has an arm. He's going to be really good. I was very scared. I was talking to Maddox, who's a Steelers fan, about what do you think about if the Steelers went out and tried to get Mitch? I think it could be a really good move. And he was like, dude, that would be so good. And then they ended up getting it, and now I'm like, oh no. I manifested it accidentally.
I mean, they obviously like something to Kenny Pickett. I mean, you said it previously how, you know, they shared a practice field and everything like that. So, you know, being able to watch Kenny for 3-4 years, they obviously saw the young man's progression. And Mike Tomlin has had previous conversations with Kenny Pickett. So I would say this: if Mitch is on a short leash, then maybe. But you know, honestly, you had to see, you know, the trust level of the organization and Mitchell when the season started. But right now, Mitchell is the starting QB. But if it's a short leash on Mitchell, then they'll move forward with Kenny Pickett.
I definitely think Trubisky's better. And Tannehill's not terrible. But also, we don't like Tannehill.
Right.
We're Team Malik.
Exactly. I'm
not Team Pickett, but I'm Team Malik.
I'm getting a Malik Willis jersey. I'm sorry. I only like Tennessee, but I'm doing it. I'm going to get an old school Oilers jersey on top of that.
And yeah, that's one of the reasons why Mitch gets clowned on is because he was taken before Mahomes and Watson, which I thought Watson should have been the number 1 overall pick. I was surprised that he wasn't. And Myles Garrett was the number 1 overall pick. Like I was like, why did they not take Watson? The fact, like Mitch was like he was overdrafted.
Didn't Mitch only have 1 season at UNC? or
He
how many
played
games?
like 10 games. He had played like 25 career games at quarterback in his life when he got drafted. And Chicago has never developed a quarterback in the history of the franchise. Never.
Didn't he have Nagy? Wasn't Nagy their
Matt
coach?
Nagy, yes.
Yeah, I'm glad that was a shock.
So like now they're in Pittsburgh, who actually has a good offensive scheme, and they have a lot of opportunities, I'll say. So I think it would be really smart for the Ravens to.
And everybody's playing too. Like George Pickens, Austin, Deontay Johnson, Chase, Najee, they're all seeing the field in some type of way.
Yeah.
If they have creativity, I'm sorry.
Cody Park, Justin Tucker. You can give me any kicker in history, and if it's not Adam Vinatieri, then I will not have to think about it. I think I was sad when the Bears drafted Fields because I love Fields. I'm a big fan of Fields. Ryan, not my job, Tannehill. That's good. That's a good one. I like that.
Yo, one more. You want to do a countdown for when NCAA next year comes out? We had to do a dynasty, an online dynasty for that.
Oh man. Ravens versus Bengals, Week 1, Sunday Night Football. Yeah, I believe that is true. That's what I've seen so far, which would be awesome.
They still give us primetime games? Wow.
I've seen that we have 3, but then I also saw Ravens at the Bucks in primetime, which would be so good.
Honestly, I thought, with how the way last year was, I knew this. I knew we was going to get like a bad strength schedule, but still seeing that we were going to be in primetime games, that's still some type of respect.
I think people realize Lamar Jackson is a primetime player. Like whenever you have the opportunity, you put Lamar Jackson in primetime because he's that good.
And the thing about Lamar, he comes alive in primetime too.
It's the same thing with like Russell Wilson, right? The Seahawks teams weren't that good, but they got primetime games because they know Russell Wilson is going to be a good show. And yeah, Brady versus Lamar. I wonder how many quarterbacks have played 2 games against Tom Brady and are undefeated. I'm just curious. I wonder if there's any quarterbacks with an undefeated record against Brady playing more than 1 game.
Eli?
No, because Brady beat him in 2007 in the regular season.
Oh, dang. Okay. Lamar might be holding that there.
Like,
I can't think no other QB that really. Because even Joe lost him at one. Yeah, Joe lost to him.
Joe lost many times.
Yeah.
Like, there may be one guy, but who gets more total touchdowns, JK or Gus? Honestly, I think JK, just because I think he'll catch more, and honestly, it seems like the Ravens like him as a short yard back. Even though Gus is bigger, I think JK is like wigglier, and he's able to get
more
inside.
elusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, JK is more elusive.
Russell's going to throw the ball in the goal line.
Sure.
I don't like Russell Wilson, so I'm totally fine with any Russell Wilson slander. Do we have a game? We do not have any international games, Adam. I know that one. That one is like 100% confirmed.
Yeah.
It's tough to do it. Like, the issue is like record prediction, Chris. Like, the difficult thing is like, I don't like record predictions just because it's just everyone, like, people get hurt, people get like so many things change where it's like, oh, well, there goes the record prediction. Like, and the order doesn't really matter. Like, we know the teams.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Ravens win 13 or 14 games.
Not
I
with
hope they
ease.
win 17.
Not with ease, of course. It's going to be Ravens fashion. Believe that. Yo, those back to. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Deshaun Watson Tice in the AFC North, those gonna be some battles. I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah, definitely.
What's his name? The numbers 5-star corner that went to Jackson State. Do you think he plays corner or wide receiver, or maybe both this year? Because he's been practicing at both. And he picked off Shador many a times.
I don't know, but apparently the quarterback from my high school is committed to Jackson State.
Oh yeah!
Shout out to him. Yeah, if you see the white quarterback, that's him.
You know what, Matt McConnell? you act like that hasn't been, American men at HBCUs.
Oh.
You know what the funny thing is? FAMU, they did have a white quarterback, and I think he won Offensive Player of the Year 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean it like that. No,
Nope,
no. Oh man, I'm ruined.
Yo, all fun and games, all love. Please, y'all.
Oh man.
Don't mind us, and it's Wednesday.
Oh man. All right, let's go to Timothy Back. I'm expecting 1,510 touchdowns. Ooh.
Dang, that's the numbers right there, baby. That's the numbers. Honestly, and then in order for that to happen, Lamar doesn't run. Or Lamar runs for at least 400 to 500 yards, and they're not design run plays.
Benjamin's best quarterback was Kenji. Shout out to Kenji. Former practice squad GOAT. Yeah, that's a lot. If Gus gets hurt and they really rely on him as the number one running back, he could, and they don't run Lamar as much. But I just don't see the Ravens having he may get 1,000, he may get 10 touchdowns, but yeah. Maybe 1,500 total, receiving and rushing. That could be possible.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Then Jamar Chase regular season saga. Accounted for 69% of Burrow's yards. Bengals win 7-7 games where you went for under. Yeah, Jamar Chase, freak here. I mean, he's one of the greatest wide receiver prospects ever. So it's tough. Very tough. Current USFL backup. Where's he a backup at? And I don't think any player from my high school has ever made any professional sports team. So, yeah. Shout out to Tualatin High School. I think it's 25 years young.
Well, that's what's up.
Or maybe 26. I don't know. Super young. Super young high school. And it's from Oregon, which is one of the bottom 10 states in developing any professional talent.
So I got somewhere to move. Huh?
You know who the best ever is?
Who?
Kevin Love. Boom.
I remember, I forgot what show it was, but I remember the days when they talked about him when he was in high school.
Kevin Love versus Kyle Singler was the Oregon. They were the top 2 basketball players in the country, and they were both in the same league in Oregon. They're in the same league as my high school's now in. But, no, yeah, they played each other in the state championship game. Singler went to Duke, played 4 years. Love went to UCLA. Now he's a legend.
Well,
how you doing, Brandon?
I'm not here to brag, but Baltimore. Y'all know St. Francis. Y'all know St. Francis Academy. We own IMG, and we pretty much own half of Florida. So y'all know how we do. And we sent about 25. We sent about 25 players to D1 schools for the past couple of years. So we doing all right. We doing all right.
Yeah. Thank you, I am Fish. I am Fish. I love your name / your profile picture. That is hilarious. I love it. I am Fish.
They need a Dory profile pic.
I just like this random fish. Maybe it's a meme fish. I don't know. I think it's just like some random fish. But I know I've seen this type of fish before. Like they always just look like they have no idea what's going on. Texas clears all. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like basketball, like if we're going football, maybe. But like California, Florida, like there's a lot of, like maybe Florida for football. Like Texas is like really good.
Texas is top. Texas is
top tier. 5. Yeah,
I would say top 5. If you want to talk about states that produce football athletes, top 5. Now I'll give one number 2, but Cal is I'll give Cal number 3, and I give Bama number 1. In Florida,
Bama. Who comes out of Bama? I mean, I know there's a lot of people out of Bama. I know that's one of the top 5, but like,
Bama 5 and Florida number 1.
Because I think it may be Florida number 1 with. I mean, they have a lot of guys coming out of Florida.
Man, these boys come out the swamp. Yeah,
like, yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of good guys. Obviously, Texas has Kyler. Obviously, Florida has Lamar. California has a lot of people. I can't. Who do they have? I'm trying to think if they have any quarterbacks. Also, I think Texas has Patrick Mahomes. California has Brady.
Really? He came out of California?
He's from California. He's from Long Beach. Then he went to Michigan.
Oh, okay.
I only know that because of that weird comedy. I can't remember if it was a Comedy Central video, but it's the guy, and he was like, Tom Brady goes to like a Dick's Sporting Goods in California, and he's like, hey man, and he's right next to a Tom Brady cutout, and the guy's like, oh man, you from Boston? And he's like, no, from California. He's like, hey, I'm from Boston. And he's like, you have any clam chowder? He's like, I'm not from Boston. I'm from California. Yeah, Rogers also California.
I was about to say, is it Marcus? I was about to say, is Marcus Mariota out of Cal? But
Marcus Mariota's Hawaii.
Okay.
I know that. Jonathan Ogden says Game 1 is at the Jags. Interesting. I heard it was Game 1 was Bengals on Sunday night. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Josh Allen from California. Yeah, California wins. Brady, Rodgers, Josh Allen. I'm going to look it up, actually. Best states for football players in NFL. Mississippi produces the most NFL talent.
Yo, you saw that?
But it doesn't say who. Like, oh wow, 3rd string quarterback.
No, we got read. Did it say something about since 1963?
Okay, here we go. Florida has Dalvin Cook, Amari Cooper, Levante David, Derrick Henry, Calvin Ridley, Matthew Stafford. Also, I know that Lamar. But, yeah. Lamar Jackson as well. Texas had Drew Brees, but Baker, Kyler Murray, Ryan Tannehill. California has Rodgers, Brady, Tyron Smith, Bobby Wagner, Sherman, and someone else said Josh Allen, which that's another great player.
Are we counting Josh? Hold on, what's Josh?
Because I know Josh Allen, the quarterback, went to Wyoming, so that would be weird for him to go to Wyoming if he's from California. But
would it?
I don't know. Hey, he's from California. Yep. Never mind.
Gotta get it in where you fit in at this point.
Yeah. Why not? Russell Wilson is in the top 2 corniest players. Also, guys, check out the airtime. Sorry, I'm going to keep plugging it. I'm just gonna plug it, guys. Check it out. It's free. It's free to join, and we can message, and we go live and we talk with you guys. And we don't have to be the ones going live. You guys can go live and talk to each other like it's a Twitter space. If you guys are ever trying to talk about things, we'll do it like at halftime during regular season NFL games. It's a lot of fun, guys. Please. No, I'm just kidding.
You see how my boy just dropped it in there? It was real smooth. I like that.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you. You know, we hit the 52 viewers, and I was like, let's do it. I definitely don't want Jarvis Landry after you said the Ravens Super Bowl belongs to the Cleveland Browns. Hey, you know what? We can change that statement. We can change that statement.
I mean, Zay, all Jarvis had to do was do his job and contribute to this year's team and win the Super Bowl. And I'm pretty sure, you know, he'll change that. He'll change that because we can actually say the same thing about Indianapolis, but we don't.
Yeah. Also, the Bucks, I'm pretty sure, were down they were down 12 or 13 in the fourth quarter. They're down by 4 now with 5.5 minutes left. Don C, how you doing, Don C?
The myth, the man, the legend, Don.
Yes. Lou, Mr. Matthew Stafford is from Dallas, as is Mr. Clayton Kershaw. I believe same high school, right?
My God.
It's crazy. At one point, they were both the highest paid player ever in their respective sports. And they were high school teammates.
Speaking of guys, did you ever hear about Matt Corral's story?
I have not heard about Matt Corral. What's Matt Corral's story?
So originally in high school, he went to the same high school as Wayne Gretzky's son. So pretty much him and Wayne Gretzky's son got into a fight. Whatever school he was at, originally he had to leave. Went to Long Beach Poly, and that's where he went to JUCO. And then I think he went through like 2 years of depression and everything like that. Got himself together, started working, and then he ended up at Ole Miss. I'm like, bro, that's like, I mean, you get kicked out for fighting Wayne Gretzky's son? Like, I like hockey. Don't get me wrong. I like hockey. I think the Tampa Bay Lightning won the cup. But really? Wayne Gretzky?
You're going to fight anyone's kid. Don't have it be the greatest hockey player of all time.
True.
I like the Cleveland Browns belong to the Ravens. We need a new doormat. Also, Ogden said we didn't have a Thanksgiving game, but we might have a Christmas/New Year's game. Huh.
And then we played somebody on the 6th.
Was this on Twitter? Where did Jonathan Ogden say this?
Wait a minute. Is New Year's on a Sunday? Because Christmas is on a Sunday. Gee.
Jonathan Ogden hasn't said anything. I mean, at least on Twitter. Maybe he was on a show or something like that.
Yeah,
I did know that they played baseball together. I didn't know that they played football together. But I did know that they played baseball. Didn't know that Stafford was the catcher.
Dang.
Oh. I Am Fish says my dad was out at dinner with him. I Am Fish? Who is I Am Fish? That's the real question.
More so, can you get us box seats?
I Am Fish is secretly EDC's son.
All the trust the
say hi to Lacey for us. I Am Fish.
All the trust the bank apparel that you want, my guy, on us. You know,
for box seats. I've never made gravy. I've had gravy. I love gravy. I've never made it personally. Void, that's a trick question. Bringing in the food discussion, it gets me every time. People are always asking these little food questions, and I gotta answer because I love food. And then,
don't worry, McConnell. Whenever you come to the East Coast, you know, you're going to be welcome to the cookout. I got you.
No, you can't come. You're done.
We'll go ahead and welcome you to the cookout. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. I got
it. We can, I think, trade Sam Cook. I don't think anybody would take him.
Yo, you gotta be that's a wild one. No, I don't see us trading Sam Cook. That's how you turn it up. That's how you turn it up.
We signed Jarvis or not? Ask your father.
I love it. I love it. Yo, I am Fish. Make sure you download every time you join the group, man. You know, you gotta
We gotta
reveal
get that
yourself out
link.
there.
EDC's EDC or A DaCosta is in the group chat. Lacey's next. Shout out to Lacey DaCosta. She's the goat on Twitter.
Most def.
How you doing, JH? Team that needs a punter may sign him. If you go, I feel like if Sam Cook isn't a Raven, he's gonna retire.
I would hope so.
Like I doubt he goes to another team.
Yeah.
Like the Ravens said that they talked to him about the possibility of them drafting a punter.
I don't think him for as long as he played, I don't think he's gonna be like butthurt about it though.
Yeah, I think the Ravens did it in a professional way. How you doing, Coach Jay? But wow, what is that link in the chat? Oh, is that for airtime? Wow, that seems really cool to join. Guys, this isn't a sponsored thing or anything like that. It's literally like a group chat.
If you think this is bad, wait till we drop the link for the merch.
I won't see. The thing is, with the merch, everyone will just see me rocking the bucket hat, and they'll be like, "Wow, that's cool."
Yo, you gotta put the tank tops on there for me.
The bucket hat is gonna be. It's gonna be goated.
I'm gonna come out with the bucket and tank tops.
I'm on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm from Portland, so I went to a Ravens game up in Seattle. That's the only Ravens game I've ever been to. Was up in Seattle. Which, like, being from Portland, it's tough to get to a game because it's 5 hours away is the closest, and it's a 5-hour drive in traffic on a Sunday to Seattle, to downtown Seattle. I saw Lamar Jackson beat the Seahawks, but never them at home. Oh, you're in Seattle? Dang. I was not at that game. I was at the game 8 years before that when the Seahawks won. But that Ray Lewis played in that game. So I did get to see Ray Lewis play the game, which I am happy about. I've seen Ray Lewis. I've seen Kobe play. I've seen... I don't know. That's probably about it for the legends. Ed Reed as well. Then, yeah, Portland. I don't like Portland. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you, Benjamin. Shout out to anyone from Portland.
Dang, so
other than me. I'm from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, deep in the South. Hey, there we go. See, Ravens fans are cross country.
Boy, you there? He close to where's Utah? Is he close to Utah?
I don't know. I don't know where UTEP is.
I think UTEP is like close to the Rio Grande Valley in Texas.
Let's see here. Now we're looking at maps. Ah. Oh wow, Rio Grande Valley is like the southern tip. Okay, interesting. Nice. I saw Alex with the Seahawks. Wasn't great then. Alex with the Seahawks. Who's Alex? Oh, Alex Collins. Oh, okay. I was talking about a quarterback, and I was like, that must have been before Matt Hasselbeck if there was a quarterback named Seattle. I'm in Seattle for the money. No, that's smart. No income tax, I believe, in Washington, which is very nice. That's why a lot of people that work in Portland, they live in like the edge of southern Washington in like Bellevue, because it's there's no income tax. And then Oregon has no tax when you buy things at the store. So you buy your groceries in Oregon, no tax. You buy your car in Oregon, no tax. Then you don't get taxed on your income in Washington. It's very, very lucrative if you do that.
There's a lot going on, but I get it. Um, I get it. I mean, hey, we got guys from Baltimore that get called from Virginia. That's a whole nother situation right there. Because they ain't got had no insurance in Virginia.
I've been to Mercedes Benz. Wow, that's sick.
To the stadium.
Yeah, I've been to Jerry's World. Jerry's World, very nice. AT&T Stadium, Dallas, Texas.
Yo, imagine being
Look at Kimberly. Shout out to Kimberly. Yes, we did it.
Yeah,
The stream was not for loss.
Appreciate that, Kim.
There we go. Look at that. We got people joining. Thank you so much, Kimberly. You know, we're just trying to create a community. You know, over there. But let's see. I'm from Laurel, Maryland.
Oh, Chris. Oh.
Since I was 6 years old, but I followed Lamar since high school, so I'd like to say I knew he was going to be a star, which I did say it his freshman year. Ooh.
I love it, my guy.
Baltimore Get-Ups in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm in San Luis Obispo, California. Yeah. Which is like between San Francisco and LA. It's like smack dab in the middle.
Chris, why you never just become the Commanders? Because Laura was like, it's right there.
I think you made the right decision.
No, I mean most definitely. I mean, people are hyping up the new helmets though.
Void, you're from Georgia. There we go. Oh wait, yeah, no, your high school played at Mercedes Benz. That makes sense. No, like the Georgia Dome was cool. Like, I like Mercedes Benz. It's always yeah, real PS. No, it's always tough. Like losing a stadium, even though they built a really cool one, it's tough when you like lose one that's old and like really established.
No, I agree.
Oh my god, on Craigslist for $250. Who's got time for a dealership? Craigslist sometimes got good deals. Oh my gosh, Brandon, I sure hope so. I'm gonna be very sad if they don't. If they end up with picks 8 and 13, oh man, I'm losing it. I'm crying. Now if they get picks 1 and 2, we are chilling. The greatest draft of all time.
I'm rocking with you next season, so we're gonna have a team to agree with.
Yeah, look at that.
You know,
Giddy and Poku and
I'm down with Giddy, JG.
Giddy for Giddy. What's up from Glen Burnie, Maryland?
What it do, baby?
Void, I ain't answering that.
Is it food?
It is. Look at that. I'm getting better. Will Chuck Clark get traded? I do think so. I definitely am under the assumption that Chuck Clark is getting traded.
I think that happens during preseason, though.
Yeah.
Because whatever's going on, I think every team's going to assess who they have and wait it out, and we can see them going by like the second or third preseason game. Honestly, because first wave of cuts is like at the first game, right? I think. Either the first game or second game. Because now we got 3 games.
Because now it's the different schedule, so I can't remember what it may be after each game. It's like 90 to 8 to 70 and then to 53. I don't know. Maybe it's like 100 to 90
games now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
I believe, unless they change it. Chuck going to the Pats? I don't think so. I feel like Chuck goes to the Giants. I think it just makes the most sense. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get any players. Like if we get a 5th round pick, a 6th round pick, 4th round. You know, I'm fine with that.
If we trade to the Giants, I want money because James Bradberry gone. I can use we can use the money somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So is this the year that we start covering more college football?
Maybe.
Or
The issue is I'm so sad about college football because Stanford's not good.
it's okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go into this college season, no ties. We're just going to watch these games.
But that's so like my livelihood during football season, it's not reliant on the Ravens. It's reliant on Stanford because I'm just so disappointed at all times because I don't like David Shaw. I think he's a terrible
Well,
coach.
that's a double. That's a double homicide. By
Like,
being a Stanford fan and then being a Baltimore Ravens fan, because Stanford pushed you through hell. Then you got
yeah.
to turn back around and on Sundays and
And they're both let's
never.
run the ball, have bad offensive play calling, and try to play defense. That's both of their entire systems.
You're self-inflicting the wound, my guy.
Yeah,
Panay
it's tough.
Sewell got a brother, and he say he hits. And I think he's on defense,
Yeah, Noah Sewell,
and I think
linebacker.
he's a dog.
He's good. He's a good player.
I just
Very
want to keep. I just want.
frustrating.
Yeah, I just want to keep some eyes on some guys. I definitely want to watch this year.
You know, when we didn't draft Simi Fehoko, I gave up. I gave up. But Simi Fehoko is now one of the top 4 receivers on the Dallas Cowboys. I think he's the third best. I think he's the third best behind Gallup and CD.
He's a chain mover. He should be utilized this year.
Yeah. Throw that deep ball, man.
That's
Get it up. Oh yeah, you know, anybody that wants to scout with us guys, very, very welcome to help us out. Want to see terrible play calling? Watch Jeff Fisher coach a game. Hey, you know what? Stanford's not as bad as some other teams. The issue with Stanford is Stanford, just like the Baltimore Ravens, this is what's so frustrating, is that I watch it on Saturday, I get frustrated, and then the same thing happens on Sunday, and then I'm just more frustrated. Like, I feel like if it was just one, I'd be like, okay. Sometimes they come in and it's like a good game plan. They never adjust anything. Like, they will live and die by that game plan no matter what. Like, they'll be down by 21 points in the fourth quarter, and they're like, we're not throwing the ball. We are going to run this ball in goal line formation on 1st and 10 every time. And it's... Ugh. Yeah. Then David Shaw comes out. He's like, we just didn't execute.
I want to see Brian Kelly in LSU.
That is going to be fun. Maybe he can get some of those basketball players to stay.
That's a dub. But shout out to Angel Reese. She transferred to LSU. So,
Ooh.
yeah, that whole Maryland team.
If you could add a play to Greg Roman's vault.
Bro,
a passing play.
I'm thinking about everybody that's on this stream can add a passing play to the vault and still not be used.
Yes. Marshall will play this year, guys.
Did somebody ask if Amon Marshall's going to play this year?
Yeah, Voigt did.
Huh. You want to put a bet on that?
I see how it is. The slander, it doesn't stop.
I mean, I'm just asking. That's all. Just doing some research. I'm just asking. I think we should just put a friendly wager on this.
Oh, man. Voigt says sure doesn't. Oh,
Well,
man.
I guess we had an hour. I guess we could ask the next question of if you all wanted the Ravens to add one more player or to whatever position, what position would it be, and what player would it possibly be for this upcoming season?
One player for this upcoming season.
Who's still available? That's the question. Jesus.
Tony would be nice. Kadarius Tony would be nice. I don't think we can, but Kadarius Tony would be nice. Yolanda says DK, OBJ, Tony or Landry, DK. Tony for Chuck. We'd have to send a second round pick at least, I think, for a trade. Tom Brady. Not even Tom Brady can defeat the vault. I'm saying it. Not even Tom Brady could defeat it. Jeff Fisher, the most overrated coach in the NFL. Yeah, Jeff Fisher, I believe, was the only head coach with like over 200 games coached with a losing record. And it was like a very bad losing record.
That's tough.
Kevin White and Brashad Perriman would be a good pair. Yeah, if you're trying to find guys to watch football with in the hospital. If not DK, Debo. We're definitely not getting Debo, but that would be cool. Keith Williams, I'm down with it. Oh, Brady would be the new OC?
Are we still going to petition for Kellen Moore to be the...
I would love Kellen Moore. Let's trade for Kellen Moore. Chuck Clark for Kellen Moore. Fair trade. That's my offer.
The Mazda confident on and
let's see here. RG3 for backup QB. Oh, no, I like RG3 in the booth. He's good. He's good in the
funny
booth.
thing is, somebody, I feel like somebody's going to call for RG3.
Yeah. Ooh, Milwaukee is up 1 with 6 seconds left. I don't know what happened, but I see Marcus Smart walking. Oh, ooh, now I'm very curious. What happened? Oh, no. Oh, no. What happened? I'm going to give my play-by-play. Guys, working on my skills. I don't have any audio, though, so we're going to see how this goes. Oh, Milwaukee inbounding the ball. 6.6 seconds left on the clock. Giannis with the ball in his hands. Throws it into Pat Connaughton. Pat Connaughton fouled by Derek White. 5.9 seconds left to go in the game. Milwaukee is in the bonus, so he'll shoot 2. Let's see here. Now you see here on this inbound play, Connaughton's trying to get free. They can't get Bobby Portis the ball with the double team. Giannis ends up throwing it a little bit over Derek White's head. But here we go. Pat Connaughton from the line makes the first one. You know, Pat Connaughton, some people would say he's money at the line. You know, I'm an announcer who doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx. 83% on the season, 1 for 1 on the night. About 80% so far. I feel like who was the guy that called 2 games at once? Makes the second free throw, 3-point game. No timeouts for the Boston Celtics. 5.9 seconds remaining. My stream is now lagging. Darn it, Hulu with live TV. Oh, here we go. Inbound to Horford. Back to Smart. Smart gets it stolen by Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday runs it up the court. The game is over. Milwaukee steals it in Boston with a double-digit fourth quarter comeback. Wow. Incredible game. Kind of sad I missed it. But let's go. Boom. I'm
So
done.
was it 2-3?
3-2 Milwaukee, baby.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, JH. I mean, come on now. We show love to all sports, man. Show love to all sports. Once we get the gaming channel out, I think we're gonna go hard with Madden, 2K. Are we gonna do FIFA?
FIFA's tough. I play MLB. I'm terrible in MLB, but I play it.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be terrible in MLB too, but for the family, I'll purchase it and play it.
I knew Boston would lose, even being up. I agree. I think the Bucks do take the series. It's a lot easier to say that now that they just won, but you know what? I believe.
And the words of Luca, people play tough when they up. People play tough when they up. So hey, of course you're gonna talk your talk.
Maybe we
Though.
should pick up Jay Adams, or are you saying K Adams? I don't know who Jay Adams is. I'm assuming K Adams. I love K Adams. She's great. She does a great job on Good Morning Football. Great job.
If you said Jay Adams, I hope you're not referring to Jamal Adams.
Wow, what's that in the chat?
Yo, right now,
Guys, we're up to how many members do we have? We have like 15 members, which is pretty cool.
you're like a DJ right now, dropping your signature sayings in the beat. I love it.
Yo, everybody, make sure to go check out my all-new hit single, $5 a CD, man. $5. Go check it out, guys. Alright, I'm not going to try and beatbox.
That's cool.
I'm not doing that. I did my Gary Vee impression. That was all I was going to do today. If you guys know who Gary Vee is, I'll do the impression, but I'm assuming you guys don't know who Gary Vee is, so.
I want to say, is Gary Vee a sports announcer?
No, he is not.
Oh, then I'm out the loop.
No, Gary Vee, I'm in love with Gary Vee. I love Gary Vee. But he's a business person / social media guru. But he's like super successful, like super wealthy as a business person, like founding investor in like a bunch of crazy successful companies. But he's really funny on TikTok.
We like those.
Linda Cohen is the best ever. Analyst anchor. For the love of elevation. Okay. Hold on. My favorite is, okay, honestly, I watched the game on Apple TV Plus. It was Angels. I know, okay, the Angels were playing. That's all I remember. This announcer, she was so funny, and I don't know her name. I cannot remember what it was, but she literally, like, if she's ever announcing a game and I hear her voice, like, I'm watching that game. She was so funny. And it wasn't, like, funny in an ironic way. Like, she was, like, intentionally hilarious, and it was so great. It was a blowout game. Like, the Angels lost by, like, 9. But I was just, like, cracking up watching this blowout baseball game. Because she was just so good at it. Madden 23 cover. I think it was going to be Brady, and then he decided not to retire. So, honestly, who's on the cover this year? I played the game it's Mahomes and Brady. Yeah, this year's cover sucked. The issue is nobody buys the disc anymore, so it's like the cover doesn't even matter. Could be Derrick Henry, but I don't think it will. But no, it's gonna be Burrow. I think it's gonna be Burrow.
I'm thinking I like Jonathan Taylor, maybe Jamal.
Yeah, maybe I think it's gonna be Burrow and Jamar. I think it's gonna be a hybrid cover.
They're saving that for NCAA. They're saving that for NCAA.
Oh, that would be so clean.
Or maybe Aaron.
They could do Stafford. They could do a lot of guys.
Yeah. They can go a lot of different ways.
Oh yeah, Mina Kimes is good. She does always give the Ravens love. Also, Kay Adams is great. She's up there. She's definitely up there. All right, guys. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes. If you haven't joined the airtime, join it. Just put it in the chat. But I think we're going to wrap up the stream. If you guys want a message in the airtime, you guys can. We're at... How many members? It's tough to tell. We're at 15 members, guys. You know, we're just trying to create that community so then we can go live and talk with you guys, and you guys can go live and talk with each other. And it's a lot of fun. So, guys, thank you so much for joining in. You know, every Wednesday night, it's a lot of fun. Joshua, do you have anything else to say before we kind of end it?
Not too much. You know, make sure you're following us on all social media platforms. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast via Apple, Spotify, and everything else you can listen to, and YouTube as well. Thank you to the 3,000 subscribers plus. And hey man, we do this for y'all, yo. So, hashtag TTB fam, yo. We love y'all, man. So thank y'all for real.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see all of you again.